Yang 3 siswa Bulintang, 1 Pario. Jadi 4. Sudah bisa share screen? Manggil ibunya Siti tapi belum dibaca dari tadi. Sebentar.
Oh, ini ada ayah saya di sini.
Oh, itu ayah.
Iya.
Oke, alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum Pak. Maaf saya kira saya ini menjapri ibu. Ternyata sudah ada ayahnya Siti. Alhamdulillah. Oke, sudah terlihat. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kita akan lanjut dengan presentasi KS Ananda Siti yang dibimbing oleh Bulintang yang sudah hadir di ruang Zoom. Lalu di ruang kelas juga hadir Butia sebagai guru penguji dan juga ada ayahnya Siti yang sudah hadir di ruang Zoom. Silahkan Siti, waktu presentasimu 25 menit presentasi dan 15 menit tanya jawab maksimal ya. Silahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Khadijah and I'm about to present the topic from the KS that I chose, and that is English with the topic inferences. So, what is inferences? Inferences is a process that involves using existing information to make an educated guess about a missing piece of information. Or, in other words, inferring the guesses we make based on the information available in the text. For example, number 1, he walked along, not observing what was about him and not caring to observe it. From time to time, he would mutter something from the habit of talking to himself. At these moments, he would become conscious that his ideas were sometimes in a tangle and that he was very weak. For 2 days, he had scarcely tasted food. He was so badly dressed that even a man accustomed to shabbiness would have been ashamed to be seen in the street in such rags. So, from the example we've seen above, we can make a conclusion that the man in the paragraph seems to be focusing on something that it stresses him out. It could be due to overthinking, and from the description, that he barely pays attention to the streets. The same goes for his own appearance and appetite, suggesting that the man is very under pressure and anxious because of his constant overthinking. And for example, from the paragraph number 2, Margin sat on a chair with a computer on his desk. Margin's colleagues were going out that Friday night. Meanwhile, Margin had to sit on his chair, analyze the data and information he gets from the computer, and write it down. In the end, he clicked through another data. His brows is narrowing. Something wasn't lining up. He leaned in, and a pattern was forming, something subtle, but off, very off. Then Margin called some of his colleagues to further discuss the results of what Margin had found. So, from the paragraph above, we can make final conclusion that Margin is working on a Friday night, processing data, and calls his colleagues to help him with it. We can assume that Margin is an analyst for a business company because a business analyst is a person who processes, interprets and documents business processes, products, services, and software through data analysts. And it seems that he has just discovered a downfall of the company he has worked with. And for the example number 3, the roar of the engine pierced through the quiet night, echoing against the empty streets. Ocean leaned forward, his eyes locked on the door crowded head. The wind is slapping against his jacket like warnings he couldn't hear. The city lights blurred into streaks as he goes on fast pace. His bike swayed slightly on a curve, but he didn't slow. Then came the flash of a red and blue. Ocean didn't flinch at first, but the growing siren told him it was over. He pulled to the side, the tension in his shoulders finally releasing. So, from this paragraph, we have another interpretation that Ocean is riding his sport bike at a full speed, causing himself to break the rules, and in the end, the red and the blue light that's coming towards him is a cop. And the background picture of this is like a real life incident of some biker content creator that was getting pulled over by a cop. So I used this image to make it match with the paragraph I was talking about. So, how can we interpret the meaning in a text that does not directly state it? Number one is by looking at words, situations, and emotions that is used in the text. And number two is using self-knowledge on interpreting the text. Same goes to empathy. So, the understanding of empathy and how we can interpret is that when we understand inferences, the first thing we have to do is we have to slow down and read actively, which means paying attention to how things are said and what is happening. Number two is treat inferences like a mini puzzle with text clues plus logic. For example, what clues is the author giving? What would make sense based on that clue, and etc. And number three is observe people and real-time phenomenon. In the end, learning inferences takes some time and thinking to fully understand the interpretation from the text. And next application. So I actually can apply inferences in my daily life to write a story or a novel or even a poem. The concept of inferences can also be useful in creating literary works and including people who want to enter that field. And from perspective of self-knowledge, so actually, I myself am quite good at understanding inferences, and I show my understanding by working on the inference text. The best way to understand inferences is to use the brain's ability to think and digest the hidden meaning, and inferences can hone my ability to read books, and maybe even by observing the environment so that we can easily understand the text. Most of the time, inferences texts are poking on real life incidents. I myself am interested in inferences because it seems to refer to understanding in literary works, such as stories, novels, and in fact, it is important to study inferences themselves so that we can understand the explanation of the meaning content in nonfiction and fiction stories. I have certain experiences writing poetry or literary works with a different meaning than what I want to convey. So when I found out about the inferences, I immediately used my thoughts on the inferences text listed, although in a poetic way, where the text and meaning are far different in interpretation. And based on my interpretation, so when I was in elementary school, I have this liking towards the English language because of internet influences. I like to watch YouTube that has content creators who speaks English, and when I was still a toddler, my parents used to watch English movies with subtitles in it. So I actually learned a lot about English language since I was just a toddler. Growing up, I'm getting used to English and I like to write a lot. And I like philosophy literature. I like to write paragraphs and poems in English, but most of my writings had this hidden meaning of something that I'm not directly saying. When I was introduced to inferences, I thought it was about to find hidden, deeper meaning of the paragraph, like the usual poets think. But when I actually knew how it worked, I'm actually surprised that it is logical and actually very easy to understand. And based on perspective, I think that perhaps from other people's perspectives in various fields regarding inference, their understanding and way of thinking may differ. Uh, by differences in thinking, perhaps, like for example, a poet may interpret it as something deeper. carries a hidden meaning, all the while for people that's more into logical reasoning or like science maybe may understand the context more easily by just looking at the words and interpret the paragraph from those words. And in the end, there's a self-reflection. So my weakness is that I still have moments of losing my focus on subjects and lessons. I'm afraid of asking in class, and I like to procrastinate a lot. And I usually stresses out over too many tasks. But my strength is that I have a strong motivation for getting higher grades and better learning methods. Not big, and the second is not backing up from the subjects I struggle with. And the third is I develop a logical reasoning and the way of thinking in life. And for further action from a student myself, I wish I'm able to figure out which lessons or major I'm actually interested in and continue self-reflection through journal and God, and I will try my hardest or best in school. From the teacher, uh, I hope they understands my viewpoint and supports me on academic problems and lend help. And in the end, for parents, I hope that my parents supports anything I like by any means, like choice of major or interest. And that is the end of the presentation. If there is any question or opinion, yeah.
Oke, beneran deh bahasa Inggrisnya so fluently, Bu. Alhamdulillah.
Good job, Siti. Alhamdulillah.
Mangga untuk kesempatan pertama saya ini sesi pertanyaan saya berikan pada Bu Lintang selaku guru pembimbing. Mangga, Bu.
Dari Bu Lintang, should I say in English or bahasa Indonesia? First,
Both is fine.
yeah, good job, Siti. I like to hear you speak. I mean, you are able to speak fluently in English, and I saw that you were able to present it in perfect English. Dari Bu Lintang, I think I just wanted to comment. I don't really have any question for you because in my opinion, what you have presented is all there. Jadi inferences ini adalah one of the comprehension skills that we have to be able to understand text in English ya. Dan dari pengalaman di kelas memang Siti ini adalah salah satu murid yang memang very good at it. Jadi mungkin karena memang Siti memang sudah punya kemampuan untuk memahami teks dengan baik ya. Jadi inferences ini adalah skill yang paling sulit memang di antara beberapa comprehension skill itu kan ada beberapa item ya seperti finding facts dan lain sebagainya ya, making conclusion dan salah satunya adalah inferences ini dan ini adalah skill yang kalau menurut saya adalah yang paling sulit memang dan ternyata Siti bahkan di kelas Bu Lintang lihat memang sudah bisa melakukannya dengan sangat baik. Jadi ketika teman-temannya ketika membaca teks gitu ada sebuah pertanyaan yang jadi sebetulnya inferences itu kan in general adalah making conclusion ya. Ketika teman-temannya diberikan pertanyaan tentang sebuah teks, mereka baru hanya bisa mengcopy saja jawaban dari teks. Siti sudah bisa menjawab dengan kata-katanya sendiri gitu, menjawab pertanyaan tersebut. Jadi dari situ saya bisa melihat, Bu Lintang bisa melihat bahwa memang she is very good at interpreting the text. Itu saja. Jadi alhamdulillah, thank you Siti. I was just hoping that you are able to not just reading the text. I know that all you wanted to say, you have already written on the presentation. Sebagian besar apa yang Siti sampaikan itu memang hasil dari kata-kata Siti sendiri ya. It's your own words. Uh,
Ya.
Ya, jadinya gimana ya? Bu Lita mau bilang, don't just read the PPT, tapi ya memang that's your own words. Jadinya ya, tapi next time mungkin Siti bisa lebih percaya diri untuk just say it without writing it down ya. In general, alhamdulillah, I'm happy with your presentation. Thank you, Siti. Itu saja Bu Selin dari saya. Nggak ada pertanyaan, hanya ingin memberikan komentar saja untuk Siti.
Oke, terima kasih Bu
Terima
Lintang.
kasih.
Alhamdulillah. Bu Lintang kemarin hadir kan waktu pas gladinya Siti?
Saya hadir.
Nah, saat gladi, Ibu kan melihat hal yang sama. Siti bisa presentasi tanpa reading. Entah kenapa yang sekarang apa Siti tegang? Iya katanya. Oke. Karena ketika gladi Siti lebih full confidence itu kan ya Bu dibanding.
Ya, mungkin karena waktu gladi memang jadi gini, sekarang semua yang ingin Siti sampaikan sudah Siti tuliskan di dalam PPT-nya Bu Selin. Jadinya
Khawatir terlewat ya. Jadi
tapi memang PPT-nya sendiri saya lihat sudah menggunakan kata-kata Siti sendiri ya. It's kayak apa yang ada di dalam pikiran Siti sudah dia tumpahkan di PPT-nya gitu. Jadi bukan semata-mata dia menuliskan teori dari
kata-kata Siti sendiri ya.
ya dari kata-kata orang lain, tapi it's her own interpretation. Kayak contoh yang Siti berikan dari beberapa teks itu kemudian Siti interpretasikan with her own words gitu. Ya,
Alhamdulillah.
jadi kan idealnya kan sebetulnya Siti hanya tampilkan saja paragrafnya, kemudian you interpret it right away out of your brain gitu ya. Tapi mungkin karena Siti ya for whatever reason mungkin khawatir lupa atau bagaimana, kemudian dituliskan. I think it's still okay seperti itu.
Alhamdulillah keren sekali. Tapi mungkin ininya Siti kelihatan nggak ke layar Siti? Daripada melihat layar PC ya, kalau layar kelas kelihatan nggak?
Kelihatan cuman
Siti boleh nanti untuk yang next presentation misalnya Siti pengen itu kan kata-kata Siti yang nggak pengen Siti ketinggalan gitu. Siti boleh turun ke bawah terus lihat beberapa kata terus presentasi, apalagi kata-kata Siti sendiri pasti kan lebih berbunyi gitu ya Bu Lintang ya.
Ya.
Dilirik langsung dari layar besar.
Mungkin karena they are her own words, jadinya kita menyampaikannya juga bahkan tanpa membaca pun dia sudah tahu apa yang ingin disampaikan ya, karena memang sudah dari otaknya sendiri gitu. Jadinya tadi walaupun mungkin ya terlewat beberapa kata, tapi saya melihat tidak seperti orang membaca juga ya. Itu bedanya antara ketika kita membaca kata-kata orang lain dengan membaca kata-kata kita sendiri. Jadi Siti bisa menyampaikan dengan lebih fluent gitu.
Padahal Siti ketika saya lihat teksnya yang di sini sama Siti sampaikan berbeda. Tapi itu
beda.
Berarti harusnya Siti bisa lebih cair gitu.
Betul.
Terima kasih Bu Lintang. Alhamdulillah. Karena ini ada pergantian personil, Bu Tia ternyata menjadi moderator di ruang sebelah. Sekarang yang jadi penguji adalah Pak Lili. Enggak.
Ya, Siti selamat ya. Kalau Bapak tadi, walaupun tadi menyimaknya nggak full, kelihatan bagus sekali presentasinya. Tentang inference ya. Siti bisa nggak kasih contoh buku-buku yang pernah Siti baca yang padat ya dengan inference ini? Coba.
Buku yang pernah saya baca itu PDF online, itu judulnya itu buku Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Itu saya baca yang versi PDF, tapi PDF-nya bahasa Inggris. Dan emang di isi bukunya itu bahasa Inggrisnya itu emang udah kompleks gitu. Jadi di sini saya itu pakai contoh yang dari buku itu tuh ada di contoh yang pertama ini. Kalimat yang ini yang saya pakai, yang saya salin dari bukunya.
Ya.
Itu.
Oke. Kalau dalam kehidupan sehari-hari kira-kira bukan dalam bentuk tulisan ya, bisa nggak disebut inference kalau bentuk misalkan gesture atau apa?
Sebenarnya inferences itu lebih ke apa ya? Lebih ke dia kan eh, seperti mendeskripsikan seseorang yang sedang melakukan sesuatu tanpa dari penulis tersebut eh, langsung menunjukkan apa yang dilakukan gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya dari inferences sendiri, dari gestur, dari raut wajah, kata bahasa, sebenarnya itu sangat bisa dijadikan paragraf inferences gitu.
Baik, dari saya itu aja. Cukup bagus. Apa Siri ini memang sepertinya cocoknya di manggung ya. Kalau manggung tuh selalu semangat gitu, presentasi atau apa ya. Ada
Setuju.
on stage ya.
Iya.
Ya on stage ya. Ya, selamat Siti, terus diasah ya.
Ya,
Makasih
insya
dari
Allah.
Bapak.
Good
Silakan
job,
Bu Selin.
Siti.
Alhamdulillah, terima kasih Pak Lili. Ibu setuju sih. Ya ampun, jadi gimana nanti Siti mungkin untuk kelas-kelas mata pelajaran lain Siti kita minta ini aja, minta menyampaikan dalam bahasa
Presentasi.
Inggris. Ketemu
Presentasi
lebih
dalam bahasa
lancar.
Inggris. Setuju Bu Selin.
Nikmat sekali presentasinya Siti dengan logatnya yang bukan logat apa ya Bu Lintang?
Dialek.
Dialeknya itu dialek ya apa ya sangat ini ya sangat seperti British ya.
Iya,
Iya.
lumayan nih.
Siti banyak nonton ya?
Banyak iya.
Lebih banyak nonton atau lebih banyak mendengar? Maksudnya di podcast-podcast gitu.
Kalau bahasa Inggris sih saya lebih sukanya nonton. Ya, nonton film, YouTube yang kayak gitu.
Sejak kapan itu?
Udah dari balita.
Oh dari Bali.
Heeh.
Alhamdulillah. Di ruang
No
Zoom,
wonder.
itu jadi di presentasinya saya di ruang Zoom sudah ada ayahnya Siti. Katanya Siti sudah mengenal banyak vocab bahasa Inggris sejak balita katanya. Maka Bapak jika ada yang mau disampaikan terkait penampilan Siti hari ini, silakan.
Bi,
Oh, mohon maaf Ibu, saya mewakili Bapak adalah kuliah sedang rapat.
Oh, jadi uminya ya?
Eh,
Oh, Mangga ya?
iya, ini sama Umi. Ya, Alhamdulillah, terima kasih banyak saya ucapkan kepada seluruh guru, baik itu wali kelas ataupun pembimbing dan penguji. Alhamdulillah, terima kasih terutama untuk Bu Lintang sebagai pembimbing. Sejujurnya kalau saya sendiri agak awam ya di bahasa Inggris ya, paling ngerti-ngertinya sedikit gitu. Tapi mendengar tadi penjelasan Ibu Linta, alhamdulillah saya bersyukur berarti sejauh ini Siti bisa mengikuti pelajaran dengan baik ya. Walaupun mungkin kalau di rumah bimbingan untuk bahasa itu kan minim ya. Cuman kalau tadi Siti berkata dari bayi dia mengenal banyak kosakata bahasa Inggris, mungkin itu dari tontonan ya Bu ya, karena dulu Siti kan suka nonton kartun-kartun yang berbahasa Inggris mungkin seperti itu. Dan dia juga bisanya bahasa Inggris itu memang otodidak banget ya. Belajar benar-benar belajar sendiri. Mungkin dari tontonan atau dari buku atau apa gitu. Ya mungkin begitu saja dari saya Ibu. Terima kasih banyak untuk semuanya. Untuk Al-Kausar, terima kasih banyak atas semua bimbingannya.
Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih Bu Ima. Oke,
Sama-sama Ibu.
sudah ada masukan dari Bu Lintang, juga dari Pak Lili, juga ada ini ya cerita sedikit dari Bumi tentang Siti memang baik. Yang mau Siti sampaikan sebelum ditutup?
sepertinya udah saya sampaikan semua.
Nah, itu silakan.
Ya, terima kasih atas pertanyaan dan komentarnya. Saya pamit undur diri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bu Lintang
Izin
jangan
pamit
dulu tutup.
Ibu.
Oh ya. Bu Ima maaf boleh buka kamera untuk berfoto bersama
Oh,
Siti Bu
boleh,
Ima. Ya,
boleh.
biar. Ya, alhamdulillah. Ya kita berfoto dulu. Nggak ada pengujinya.